Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Dr. Samuel Kriegler, who is with Springview Urology. And Springview Urology will be opening up in July right here in Lebanon at Suite 600 at 420 Loretto Road, which is the Springview Hospital's office buildings for their doctors here. And we'd like to introduce you to Dr. Kriegler. How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Correct. Now, you're new to our area, correct?
I am.
Okay, tell us a little about yourself. How'd you end up here?
Well, I ended up here mainly because I decided to leave Minnesota, where I practiced for the last 12 years. And my daughter lives in Lexington.
Right.
And as long as we were picking up and leaving, we decided we'd come closer to one of our children. So here we are.
Now, you started out in Buffalo, New York, right?
That's right.
So from Buffalo to Minnesota, now to Kentucky.
Yes.
Yes. As you can see around us, there's some pictures of some of your hobbies. I know you have some sport team favorites on your wall here, as well as your documentation for your doctors, but also you like to scuba dive, you were saying, and golf and some other stuff. Right?
I do, yes. One of my hobbies is to underwater photography, so I have a lot of pictures from my underwater travels.
Okay, great. Yeah, might have to get a shot at those pictures you have there from your scuba dive adventures. What's the most unique creature you met while you were scuba diving?
Probably an octopus.
Oh.
And unfortunately, my camera was not with me at the time,
Oh.
if you believe that. And then lately, I've been getting into taking pictures of sharks.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, doesn't scare you?
No. It should probably, but it doesn't.
Now, when you take them, are you actually in the water, like right with them, or are you in a cage of some sort?
No, we're in the water, swimming right near them.
Okay.
So I've taken pictures of sharks in Hawaii, off the coast of Cancun, in several different trips.
Wow, that's fascinating. How big were they? How was the biggest? Do you remember?
The biggest, I believe, was about as a school of 12 9-foot bull sharks.
Wow. And you weren't scared, huh? Well, see, he's a brave man. Good thing you're a doctor. And as we said, it's with Springview Urology. So tell us a little about the study of urology.
Well, urology is a surgical specialty, and we deal with the kidneys, the urinary tract, including the kidneys, the bladder, the tubes that connect the kidneys and the bladder, and the flow out. So in both men and women. That it would also include urinary incontinence, kidney stones, cancer of the system. And then the other part of our specialty is the male genital system. So the reproductive systems of the male.
Okay. Now, we might want to mention that you're here with Springview Urology, but it would be a referral, probably, that your doctor would reference for you to come here. Is that correct?
We also do accept patients who have a urological problem and just want to come in and see us. Most of our patients are referred. A lot of them also come from the emergency room.
Okay. So they can come down here for a consultation if they have some questions.
Yes, by appointment only, though.
Right, exactly, exactly. And as we said, it's going to be mid-July. We have a phone number on there. It is 270-692-5139. So we were talking a little beforehand about kidney stones, you said, is one of the areas that you work in a lot, right? And there's a lot of different ways that kidney stones are dealt with. Is that correct?
It is. Kidney stones, a great majority of them will pass. Some will pass with quite a bit of pain. But if you can control the pain, the idea is to let them pass if they will. So you intervene in kidney stones depending on the size of the stone, the acute symptoms, and their location. And what you do for the kidney stones depends on where they're located and how big they are.
Now, what actually causes kidney stones?
Well, sometimes we can't figure out what causes them at all. They just seem to happen. But one thing for sure is that if you get dehydrated, that will precipitate a kidney stone. Some people are prone to kidney stones through hereditary tendencies. Diet has a lot to do with kidney stones as well. So what we do is once we recover a kidney stone, we have it analyzed so we know what it's made out of, and then you work backwards from there to figure out what caused them in the first place and try to institute some sort of a treatment. But the most common treatment for kidney stones, for whatever kind of kidney stone is hydration. The more you drink, the less likely you're going to form a kidney stone.
Now, for the bladder, you said you specialize in that area as well. What are some of the main issues that you find with the bladder?
Well, there's everything from loss of urine, which is urinary incontinence, recurrent urinary tract infections, bladder cancer, bladder stones. Some people just can't urinate, and that's urinary retention.
How did you get involved in the study of urology?
It's interesting. I had a great instructor for my urology course in medical school, and it always interests me. Urology is one of those things that even early on, we had a lot of toys. I like toys and technology. So it combines a very precise diagnosis with a very good armamentarium of treatment options. So not only could you be precise on your diagnosis, but you had a real good chance of helping a lot of people.
Again, I'm talking with Dr. Samuel Kriegler, who is now with Springview Urology at 420 Loretto Road in Lebanon, Suite 600. You can contact Springview Urology if you have some questions, set up an appointment, and come and see Dr. Kriegler. Or if you see him around, out golfing, because we have some nice golf courses around here. Have you tried them out yet?
We do. I actually joined the Rosewood course.
Okay, great. And have you played?
Oh, yes.
Well, it's a nice course out there. So if you see him out, please say hi to Dr. Kriegler. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, this has been Gary White for Central Kentucky Television.